Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. There's 5 of these now, and there'll be more. And it seems like there's different directors for each of these films. I mean, the very first original one was John Carpenter, and now it's Dominique, directed by Dominique. I'm not even gonna pronounce I'm not even gonna try to mispronounce. I don't want to mispronounce or butcher the rest of his name. But there's, you know, it's when it comes to slasher movies, now it's starting to feel like Friday the 13th, where it's like it just comes off as this whole franchise is starting to become like cheap knockoffs, like of themselves. It just whatever. Okay, the premise of this movie follows serial killer Michael Myers, who again returns for the fifth time, or actually the fourth time technically. We don't count because he was absent in Halloween 3. For the fourth time, he returns to Haddonfield to murder his traumatized niece, Jamie Lloyd, who, that twist, by the way, which the twist in the fourth film that I brought up, is that she has some kind of telepathic connection, and now they both share a telepathic connection in this film. But yeah, so Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Halloween 4, as I mentioned later in that video, even though it was a really bad movie, Halloween 4, the film made a very good amount of money, like a great, a substantial amount of money. It grossed $17.8 million domestically on a budget of just $5 million. So with the success of the previous installment financially, I mean, I don't mean like critically, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This film, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, was just rushed into production by the executive producer, whose name who I will not pronounce because I am not because I'm not Syrian. So I don't know how to pronounce his name. The original screenplay, which was still under revision at the time filming began, introduced elements of supernatural horror in this film, including Jamie possessing a telepathic link to Michael Myers, as well as a storied subplot in which Myers, under the influence of a cult centered around the ancient rune of Thorn, is driven to kill his bloodline. While the final cut of the film features a mysterious man in black character, the Curse of Thorn subplot was largely minimized. And because of that, it resulted in audience and critics expressing some confusion, though it was expanded, including myself, and I'm sure you guys as well, were also confused as a result from that subplot, being minimalized. That subplot was expanded in the following film, The Curse of Michael Myers. So yeah, this is what happens. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. I mean, like, this is what happens when you rush. Like I just mentioned right now, this film was just rushed into production because of the financial success of of Halloween 4, and it was just rushed, and we got this. We got this, ladies and gentlemen. This is just bad. These Halloween movies just keep getting worse and worse and worse. This is a very bad movie. And this is yet another really bad movie. Not only that, but this film was a box office disappointment, or box office bomb, whichever you want to use. It only grossed $11.6 million domestically against a $5.5 million budget, which becoming the lowest grossing film in the whole franchise, at the time. And yeah, I mean, I, like I said, like these movies in this franchise just keeps getting worse and worse and worse until the 2018 requel, also titled Halloween, which was like a sequel to the original, the very first Halloween films. Skipping and ignoring everything in between. So we won't get another good Halloween movie until the 2018 film that I just mentioned. Um, the Revenge of Michael Myers just keeps embracing, the slasher conventions, and the scares in this movie were just terrible, just terrible. The characters were awful in this film. Is just straight up awful. The plot is so confusing, and what the fuck. I, I, it just feels, it's just like another, all too familiar film. That's what the plot in the feeling that I got, that I took away from this film. This it just, you know this movie feels very conventional. It's pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid. It's boring. I don't know what to say. Um, it just reminds me so much of the Halloween. Excuse me, the Friday the 13th like sequels in that franchise. It's just low budget, bland, and boring, and just cheap, and just another excuse just to make some money. This is just, I love Donald Pleasence. He will always be Dr. Samuel Loomis, but his performance in this one, I just wasn't feeling it. And I felt like he wasn't even feeling it too, as well. The little girl, the only acting performance that I thought was still good was Danielle Harris, who plays Jamie Lloyd, the little girl who has this connection, this supernatural telepathic connection with Michael Myers, his uncle. Um, but like the plot of this film is just repeated. It's just recycled. Michael Myers is just coming back for the fourth time. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what to. I could go on, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's pretty much it, guys. Just another fucking throwaway, rushed into production film. Um, yeah. That's pretty much my thoughts. So let's move on. So, some critics derided the film for its obscure appearances of the Man in Black character, which was not elucidated in the final cut of the film. Um, and because of that, there were a lot of comments that his identity is never revealed and his actions are never explained. What does it all mean? Um, it just, people have been commenting stuff like that. Um, it, it, this whole franchise, I feel like this whole franchise has just turned into a soap opera, attempting to keep the audience, interested in these cheap, dramatic, like, stunts and jump scares. I mean, this, it feels like the final part of this film really is trying to set up. It's like all the writers and producers, everyone's trying to really, they're devoted to set up the next Halloween movie, Halloween 6. The little girl is the only thing I liked about this movie. Her acting, Danielle Harris, her acting was is the only thing that I like about this movie. Um, the way she quivers and shakes and screams, and her sanity of it all. I'm well. The film does have some. I mean, the visual elements in this film were fine. Were impressive, sure. I thought for the time being, there was some nice composition features and the alternating lights and dark spots. Um, but yeah, I mean, Danielle, the little girl, is her acting is really phenomenal. The whole, like, all of it, like, is she is just amazing, but everything else is just like just a rushed film, just a rushed, like, put together film, and because of that, it became a box office bomb as a result, and there were so many criticisms. So yeah, so some of you may not know, but this film does have an alternate opening, that I will spoil. So giving you guys that. The film's original screenplay featured a young hermit who takes in the injured Michael at the beginning of the film, whose shack was filled with ancient tablets, and other occult items used to perform necromancy. Um, though initially filmed as such, um, with Theron Reed portraying the young man known as Dr. Death. Um, the sequence was later reshot featuring an older actor, and the occult paraphernalia and the whole theme, yeah, like, removed. In subsequent years, the original footage featuring Reed was thought to be lost. This original sequence has been intended to set the groundwork for a subplot that had Michael Myers under the curse of Thorn, controlled by a cult devoted to this ancient rune. So yeah, that's that. So that was the alternate opening for this film. Besides that, I don't think there are any other trivia or any other fun facts. I don't think there's any fun about this movie. I'm just here for the little girl, for Danielle, or for Danielle or Daniella's performance. I always get the two. It's like it's either Danielle or Daniela. Um, but anyway, the little girl, her performance really sold it. She's really great. For a kid actress. Everything else just sucks. I mean, there were some cool, the atmosphere was still there. I don't know, guys. If I keep going on, I'm just gonna keep making excuses and to redeem the film's bad qualities. So I'm just gonna stop myself. Thank you, everyone. That's all I have to say for Halloween 5: The Revenge of Michael Myers. That's my review. Those are my thoughts. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to my review, for sticking around. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because that would help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. I mean, really, I appreciate your support, your love, all of it, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.